Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Startup founders are looking for lead investors. Good lead investors exhibit these characteristics. They believe in the founder and they tell other investors why they should too. They are not trying to take over the company, but rather support the founder. They are easy to work with, which is important since they will have to be there to the exit. They exhibit a strong sense of ethics. They have a strong reputation in the startup space, and they show their experience in leading rounds. And they have a track record of successful investments, and they know the investor networks and have access to them. And they invest in other deals aside from the founders, giving them diversification. Look for these characteristics in a lead investor for your startup. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.